Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at the SPY, the IWM, the Qs, the DIA, and the IYT. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. Go to our website, StockBookie.com, sign up for the free membership for more videos like this, or go to YouTube and subscribe. Okay guys, daily chart, SPY, 66 million on the day. Pretty light volume. It came in towards the end of the day. A couple big candles here, almost closed at the lows. But daily chart did close back below the 50 MA, but right on this trend line. We still have the 382 down here, 50, 618, and the 750 right almost at gap fill. I still think if this continues down, we're heading towards the 229, 230 area. Up move, got to get above the all-time high, which is 245.01, and then 250, 253, then 255 area if it continues up higher. We do have a trend line up here, I just don't have it drawn in on this chart. I'm at home right now, guys, so bear with me. Alright guys, so we're holding on to this. Let's see what happens tomorrow with the jobs report. Do we gap down or do we gap right back up? Because you know the mentality, buy the dip. Anytime it goes down, buy it. 2 days in a row red? No way, it's not going to happen. Just do it until it doesn't. So just be careful in these markets, guys. IWM was leading the way down, and this one was a little bit weak today and starting to get back below the MAs. Let's see if they can recapture the 50 at least and get it in more of a bullish stance heading into the weekend. So let's watch for that. Let's go into the IWM. IWM, guys, right on the 50 MA, closed right below it at 139.14. A little bit weak. We talked about this. Came right back in the double top, chopping around, just couldn't get up. There is a trend line up here. You know what? I'll draw it with this one. Like I said, I'm at home right now, guys. We do have a trend line right there. I think it goes right there. So it's got to turn around, go right back up, guys. You know, buy the dip mentality. You know, we do have good support down in here, but it was a little bit weak close. Was a buck 1.73% down, or 245 on the day. So this one was the weak horse, which, you know, a little bit eye-opening to me at least, especially that we closed below the 50 MA. I still think the target's 133, but let's see if we go down, chop around here, and then set up for the next wave up, or do we just chop around, retrace back up to the all-time highs like we do every other time, because we are sheep and we are conditioned to buy the dip. It's worked for years, guys. Gotta do it. So for me, I don't do it. I just add shorts as this thing's going up. Eventually these markets will be coming down, in my opinion, of course. So right now, a little bit weak, came down. Let's wait for pattern, see what happens on the IWM. Volume though today was 30 million. Okay, nothing great, but nothing bad. You know, if you look, you can see on the selling volume, on the selling side, that's when the volume comes in. So keep an eye on volume, very important. All right, let's get into the Qs. The Qs, guys, we talked about this chopping around this lower range, and today, guys, we closed down in here pretty much at the lows of 2 days ago. We're trying to hold this pivot low at 135.98. It's holding up, guys. Not a bad day here. I mean, it was almost down 1%, but holding this trend line, and just chopping around sideways. We talked about the 20 and the 50 possibly curling down in the price. Let's see if that does happen. Then I'm thinking this thing goes down to the least gap fill down here at 130, and then possibly this area here around the 127.44. The up move, guys, if you're on more of a bull, got to get it back above the MAs, fill the gap, go this pivot, go for the all-time high, which is 143.90. You get past that, 145 to 150. This way down, you're looking at 127, possibly lower. We are due for a little bit of a pullback, guys, so just beware of that. I mean, look at this. Gap up, boom, up, boom. They try it again, buy the dip, comes right back down. I wouldn't doubt if they buy the dip down here, and this goes right back to the highs, but we'll have to see how this thing sets up. Still a little bit weak underneath the 20 and the 50. Still above the 200, but let's see what it plays out tomorrow and the weekly close on all these indexes. That's going to be very important as well. DIA closed below the 20 now. We don't have that big trend line in here, or I think it comes up through here. So right in this area it was coming in. Now we know it's definitely below. Like I said, I'm at home right now, so we're back below the 20, still above the 50 and the 200, so strong stance. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Look at this though. We come in, they retrace it to the high, comes back, doesn't close above this bar, closes here, never confirms above the red bar, and comes right back in. So that's a little bit suspect to me. That could possibly lead to lower prices. Overall, though, we are in a bullish stance. We are above the 50 and the 200 still. So let's see if this bullish pattern will play out. If it does, the areas were 220, 225, And then the 230, 233 area, you have another trend line. It comes up in here like that. That's on my charts at my work, so I'll be doing videos there tomorrow. So guys, nothing really wrong with this. Downside, still I'm looking at the 200 MA and then possibly lower down in here. Again, we'll one step at a time. If it comes in, we'll wait for pattern, wait how it's setting up, and then possibly lower prices. You do have a gap fill right here though, around the 203.79 as well. That's going to be support too. So watch this, looking a little bit weak. So keep an eye on it, and let's see what this thing does in the next week and tomorrow's close, which is Friday. Daily chart, guys, of the IYT, which is the transports. Again, right here, double top, came in. Let's see what we're talking about. Let's see if we go sideways for the next leg up, because this is the one that was lagging right down in here, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, you get 2 months up, out of nowhere. Transports are strong. It's trying to lead the way. It's pretty pathetic if you ask me. So they tried to get this one leading again, because if this leads, they know, oh my gosh, it's leading the way. That means everything's good again. So they got the double top, rejected, still up here in a pattern. Let's see if it chops. Still above the MAs, still in a strong stance. Let's see what it gives us in the, tomorrow's close, and then the next week, in the next 5 days. Let's see if it could close above here or fill the gap and come right back down to the 20 MA, and then possibly lower prices to come. Guys, volume kind of sucked here today, 153,000 on the day. Still pulled back, almost a percent, well, 0.75% down. Still okay. Let's see if it chops. Weekly closes, we'll go over those tomorrow, but nothing wrong. It's just, you get stocks like this that move up. This was 158 to 172 in 2 months. Volume picked up here. They had to save the world here, get the volume going. It's like a slingshot. Get it going for a couple days and then just let it go. Then the algos take over, and then it just goes, yeah, this is great. Look what Trump's doing. The Trump trade. So remember the Trump trade, guys. I still think we're going to November lows on everything. So just beware of that one. All right, guys, so that's it for these couple stocks we're looking at today. I appreciate you stopping by. God bless. See you on the charts.